Yo, it's your boy YoungMully. Now check this shit out, gang. This transfer window has been dominated by none other than Barcelona. And about like 2 weeks ago, Julian Nagelsmann, the Bayern Munich coach, said something that everybody been thinking. Now, this is why he said, word for word. I don't know how to be honest. He's the only club in the world that can buy players without money. It's kind of weird and crazy. Laporta answered to these comments in typically Laporta fashion. He said, I would ask them to take care of their business. They receive significant money from the transfer of Lewandowski. I respect everyone and I don't interfere in the economy of others. Now, Julian Nagelsmann said these words after Barcelona completed the signing of Robert Lewandowski for a reported fee of 45 million euros, potentially rising to 50 million with add-ons. Now, Barcelona have been blowing hot, man. They've been blowing hot this summer, just as Chelsea, man. They've been on their motherfucking heels. They've been capping every player that was on Chelsea's wish list. From Jules Koundé to Rafinha, they managed to re-sign Dembele. They got Christensen on a free from Chelsea. They got Casey from AC Milan on a free. They are about to wrap up Marcos Alonso deal as we speak at the moment. And as if this wasn't enough, they still want Bernardo Silva. Now, there's nothing wrong with this shit. But this shit becomes crazy once you realize Barcelona are in debt of 1.6 billion euros. The main reason Messi left last season is because Barcelona didn't have the necessary means to register Lionel Messi. Now, just like Julian Nagelsmann, every motherfucker been asking, how are they signing all these players even though they're broke? Since selling Neymar for a world record fee in 2017 for $225 million, money has been horrifically been wasted on both transfers and wages. Whether you're a Barca fan or not, you can't deny Barcelona have been on a steady decline in the last 4 or 5 years. Now, they haven't won the La Liga since the 2018-2019 season. Last season, for the first time in 17 seasons, they were eliminated from the Champions League group stages. They were competing in the Europa League and they couldn't even win that bitch, man. But last season, Juan Laporta was reappointed again for the second term to steady the ship. And since his arrival, you can see there's been a lot of changes. Now, the question is, how are they getting this money? Especially considering just 12 months ago, they couldn't register the motherfucking GOAT. Now, when you dig deeper, you find the answers actually. About 2 months ago, Barcelona actually confirmed that they had sold 10% of its La Liga TV rights to a US investment group called the Sixth Street for 209 million. And it is reported that they have sold those rights for the next 25 years. One thing we gotta understand is TV rights are the most lucrative source of income for a club, next to corporate sponsorships, membership dues, ticket sales, and of course merchandising. But the TV rights, especially in Spain, have a greater meaning because unlike in England, the TV revenue in Spain is not evenly distributed among all the 20 clubs in La Liga. The more a team is watched, the more they get the money. While in England, it's more like the whole money is more or less divided equally amongst the 20 clubs, no matter which team is making the most money. Now, just to understand this concept, back in 2020, I believe, when Atletico Madrid won the La Liga and Barcelona came third place, and on top of that, when they lost 8-2 in the Champions League to Bayern Munich, Barcelona still made 30 million extra than Atletico Madrid, who were in the first place. While in the Premier League, when Manchester City won the Premier League and Sheffield United, who was the Dookie of the league, who finished in the last place, the difference in TV revenue was around 30 million between those two teams. The bottom teams in La Liga make a quarter of what Barcelona and Real Madrid did because there is a duopoly happening in this bitch. Now, one might argue this is fair, this is not fair, but that's just a whole different matter. But this just shows you how important are the TV rights to Barcelona and Real Madrid in order to compete with the biggest teams in Europe financially. Now, on top of this shit, according to a report in the Financial Times, the 10% will be followed by a more 15%, which equates to $300 million, meaning a quarter of its domestic TV earnings of Barcelona will belong to the group, to the sixth firm in the US for a considerable period. That means for the next 25 years. A quarter of all Barcelona earnings from the TV will directly go to that firm. ESPN already wrote that Barca has basically taken out a massive mortgage on their future to a degree no team has ever done in the past. Germany leading football publication Kicker already blasted the deal, saying this is an abysmal deal for Barcelona and they're playing with their future. And this is kind of true if you think about it, because at this point Barcelona are basically selling their assets and they're putting themselves in such a corner where they have to be successful in the next few years, because some of their future revenues is already getting chipped. Having said this though, for Barcelona at the moment it's even more important to get the transfer windows correct and the wages of the players correct. Because if y'all think about it, when y'all see the transfers Barcelona has done since Neymar left, y'all can see the numbers are outrageous, man. It's ridiculous. So many players were bought on a high fee and sold on a low fee. Players such as Malcolm, who was bought for 41 million, Lenglet 35, Semedo 30, Pjanic 60 plus 5 add-ons, Andre Gomez 35, Paco Alcacer 30, Trincao 35, Grizzy 120, Dembele 140, Coutinho 160, Paulinho 41 million. They have had huge losses in the last few years. And when you look at the wages they've been paying to the players, bruh, it's straight up ridiculous. It does make you wonder how are some of these players earning the money they're earning. Ricky Puig, who recently got sold this summer to LA Galaxy. By the way, that transfer was shocking, man, because I actually rate that motherfucker really highly, man. I believe he has really good potential, but unfortunately, man, he'll be going to the MLS, and with the time difference, that means we ain't gonna see that motherfucker anymore, unless some YouTube highlights. But anyhow, he recently said in February, I had offers from Chelsea and Milan. I didn't leave because I'm very well here at Barcelona. They pay you double the money, but you're alone. Bruh, no wonder these homies are broke right now, man. And now, according to different outlets, man, to different rumors and shit like that, bruh, Barcelona actually are in a race against time to register the new signings they've made. They have to offload some players. They've already sold Ricky Puig, like we said, and they have a few niggas on the transfer list. Mandem like Aubameyang and Depay, they could potentially go. There's rumors Aubameyang is already talking to Chelsea. Depay is actually still number 9, and Lewandowski is apparently number 9. So there are 2 number 9s in the club. And not to mention the Frankie de Jong wage that they owe him, and the fact that they're saying they don't want to sell him, but low-key they gotta sell him in order to register the new signings. Bruh, it's a whole bloody mess, man. And according to the latest reports, even Barcelona's richest player, Martin Braithwaite, the farmer from Denmark, he's refusing to leave the La Liga giants unless they pay him his 5 million a year wages in full. And God knows, man, how many other players they still owe their wages. Because the Frankie de Jong thing is properly documented out here, man. $17 million, bruh. These motherfuckers are moving like Tony Montana in this bitch. Gary Neville said that Frankie de Jong should actually sue them. But one thing we gotta give Barca credit for is the fact that they have already convinced a lot of the elder players to take a pay cut reduction. And on paper, man, if we're being honest, the signings they've made, they look really quite good. Like Lewandowski, even though he's 34, 35, he still looks fit, he still looks like he has a lot to offer. Rafinha looks another good signing as well. Jules Koundé looks a really good signing as well. And not to mention the free signings. Christensen, man, he played in the Champions League final against Manchester City when Chelsea won it about like 2 seasons ago. And not to mention Casey, man, who just won the Serie A title with AC Milan. But Barca literally have 1 week left to register all their signings. They have 1 week left to raise more funds, to sell the players they don't want, and to sort out the Frankie de Jong situation as well. So far, man, only time will tell if Barcelona gamble and risk will pay off in the future. They have clearly put a lot of faith in Xavi. They have invested heavily. They have bullied Chelsea. They got the squad now. And now it's time to see if they can really deliver. But what do y'all think of Barca business this summer? What do y'all think about the selling out of the 25% of their TV rights? Do y'all think it was a wise decision? Or do y'all think it's gonna bite them in the ass in the near future? Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment box. It's your boy YoungMully. Let's subscribe. It's lit.